So, Srirek,
Mr. Srirek PG.
let me ask you a question. What is
What is
a Chindian?
Chindian?
By definition, I believe it is a mix of Chinese and Indian. And a lot of this so-called Chindian is actually kind of spread throughout Southeast Asia.
Yeah, mostly
we have a Chindian. Definitely, I'm pretty sure there's a Chindian in Indonesia.
Especially in
for sure.
Jakarta.
Well, I haven't met one yet, but I'm pretty sure there is at least one.
Yeah.
There is. I know there's a lot in Singapore.
And also in Malaysia.
Malaysia.
I've seen a lot.
I'm not sure about Philippines though.
Philippines, no.
Not really sure, but I'm pretty sure in Malaysia, Singapore, and Indonesia, there is at least a small number of a Chinese dash Indian
Chinese Indian
community.
Yeah. So,
But we're gonna check out this video, which is actually kind of focusing the Chinese Indian in Malaysia.
Yeah.
So without any further ado, check it out.
Hey, I'm Munita. Follow them occasionally.
So tell me, what are the different stereotypes about being a Chindian?
So number one, they'll think that we're Malay. And there was this one time, I was just crossing the street, zebra crossing, and then there was this motorcyclist which stopped by, and he shouted and asked me, why am I not wearing like headscarf? And I just looked at him, because I was just looking away. Why do people judge you just by the skin color?
So during Ramadan month, we might have a police, and they asked us to show our identity card to prove that we are not a Muslim, so we don't need to fasting. So I have a lot of Chindian friends that have same trouble.
The way I see it, being a Chindian is a beautiful thing, and it contributes to Malaysia's diversity and uniqueness. It's cool that they get to experience both cultures, such as Indian weddings, Chinese food, and cross-family traditions. This is just one of the many reasons why I love Malaysia, and I think you should too.
Malaysia tak sama kalau kita tak bersama.
Nice.
That was awesome. Okay, go.
1, 2, 3, go. Pow, pow.
That's okay. Okay, well, but like...
Father Chindian, yeah?
Yeah.
You were like, just hold.
So that was very interesting, very interesting. But first, before we talk about this Chindian thing, I'm surprised actually. There is a, like Aceh.
Aceh.
They have this policy Sharia.
Yeah.
And Malaysia also have it.
Yeah, I just knew that. Yeah, I just knew that.
I know. I saw this video. How this? I don't have the footage actually. The video actually kind of showcase of jadi kayak during any month, like a boy and a girl cannot stay in the same
room.
In the same room.
Yeah,
so they were like knocking to every guest hotel room to make sure that they are married or something like that.
Okay. Where is it?
In Malaysia.
Oh, in Malaysia.
In Malaysia. Yeah, I saw it somewhere. I'm pretty sure it's on Facebook. But very interesting though. When we talk about the culture of mix, I kind of feel feel it. I kind of feel it
The
though.
feeling about being the son.
Identity crisis
The
kind of
identity
thing, right?
crisis,
So
yeah.
basically, for those of you who didn't know, my father is actually half Javanese,
Yep.
half Chinese. My
yeah.
dad, sorry, my mom is pure Chinese. So if you look at the picture of me and my my family, check it
Yeah.
out here. We are all of different colors. Like I got the brown, like the brown skin. But my brother got the brown skin also, but with the small beady eyes.
Yeah.
And then my sister
Yeah.
looked like
More
me,
like fair skin ya dia.
but very fair skin. However, as I grew up, it's very hard though to identify what culture am I. So whenever until today actually, whenever somebody asks me like what are you, like I usually say I'm Indonesian though. I don't say the race. And then like like this question, no, really, what are you? Ada kan ya lo mana gitu ya kan?
Actually, where are you come from?
Yeah, what is your race or
What is
something like
your
that.
race,
And eventually I'll say that I am half Chinese, half Indonesian. But depending on who replies, say if I explain this to a Chinese, they'll say that, oh, you got mixed, something like that.
Yeah.
But then if you explain this
To Indonesian.
to Javanese or any
Javanese, yeah.
pribumi, they'll say, oh, you Chinese. They don't accept.
So you kind of in between the
Yeah.
Chinese descendant
Yeah.
of the Indonesian.
So I actually, with my mom's family, I kind of celebrate more like the Chinese festivities, like Chinese New Year,
Chinese New Year,
that kind of stuff. And then on my dad's side, we kind of celebrate like the Ramadan, but not all the time. Like very small percentage of my family actually are Muslim actually.
Okay.
But it's very interesting to watch the Chinese Indians though. It's really a kind of very how do you put it? Very unique combination.
Yeah.
Itu.
I thought that in Malaysia the Chindian is something common, something usual, but actually turn out it's not. Yeah, they still kind of being asked about their identity card, and then they kind of being judged. Are you why you're not wearing this
Jilbab.
headscarf?
Headscarf,
Yeah. And interesting to know that some of you guys kind of being discriminated.
Yeah, it's kind of, how do I put it? Put it like this: like recently during the fasting season, actually,
Yeah.
some people actually asked me, why you are not fasting?
Oh, yeah,
Some
really?
people, some
Okay.
like some random people that I met. Actually, how do I put it? When people look at me, when they haven't hear me speak, they haven't hear me talk,
Yeah.
they will think that I am Javanese.
Oh, really?
A lot of people think that I'm Javanese, and then once I open my mouth, like my accent is like very Chinese Indonesian. Don't you think so?
Yeah.
My Chinese, I was like, because I was like, what's up? I'm like, one time the Gojek driver like asked me like, Pak, kalau boleh tahu if I may ask like, are you Chinese? And then I say, oh yeah, I'm half Chinese. And their reaction is like, like kayak ketemu celebrity, like, oh really?
Why?
A lot of times actually.
Yeah,
a lot of times.
That's unique.
And also it depends on like a lot from my Chinese side of the family, nobody have this beard.
And then what?
Only my family.
Okay.
Only my family. Because my family is kind of mixed, right? My brother and sister, right? But if you meet my cousins, all of them are like very Chinese face.
They don't have this beard.
They have like a very soft hair.
Mustache.
Very soft. Chinese is soft.
Oh yeah. Interesting. So yeah.
It's interesting though to see like how do I put it? Because I know the Indian communities are spread out all around the world.
Yeah.
So there are bound to be some mix with the locals. I think that's bound to happen.
Yeah.
If you go to Canada, there's also like a Candian or something, Canadian Indian. I don't know. If you go to like Indonesia, there'll be like the
What?
Indonesian. Indonesian and Indian. There's also like the Australian Indian, right? Like Ausindia or something. It's bound to happen. It's but even like the Chinese. The Chinese are practically everywhere, and a lot of times, for example, let me tell you a story. Like if you go to San Francisco, if you see a Chinese person, you expect that they're able to speak Mandarin, right? Like the Chinese official Chinese. A lot of the Chinese in San Francisco, they don't speak Mandarin.
Oh, okay.
Most of them speak Cantonese, because apparently a lot of the Chinese that moved to San Francisco are from Hong Kong.
In Hong Kong, they speak Cantonese.
They speak Cantonese. So,
Okay,
but
okay.
if you go to Los Angeles, a lot of them are from Taiwan.
Taiwan,
So
they
you need to speak Mandarin, and a
Mandarin,
lot of them
yeah,
speak
yeah.
Cantonese. Also, like the same like India. There's a lot of dialects when it comes to
Tamil and Malayalam,
Tamil, Telugu,
Telugu.
hold on,
Yeah,
Hindi,
yeah,
and a lot of others. So it's bound to happen. I'm pretty sure there is also a big a small population of Chinese Indian in India.
Chinese Indian.
It's bound to happen.
Yeah, of course.
It's bound to happen. I think there is this joke by Russell Peters, like maybe 100 years from now, there'll be no more white, there'll be no more blacks. Everything will be beige.
Beige.
Because it will be a mixture of
Yeah.
two of the biggest population in the world, which is Chinese
and
Indian. It's bound to happen.
Oh my God.
It's bound to happen.
Yeah,
Trust
makes
me,
sense.
it's bound to happen.
Makes sense.
Right? This video 100 years from now, this will be used for a case study. As always, guys, thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching. See
Bye.
ya. Cut.
Are you still here? They're still watching.
Oh, thank you so much for watching
Thank you so much
until
till the end. Till the end.
this second.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Don't forget to
While you're here, don't forget to
subscribe.
subscribe. Don't forget to.
Hit the like button.
And guys, if you are looking for advertising,
Yep.
email us.
Email us at hiubangshow@gmail.com.
Or even better, go to our Patreon page. We got tons of good
The
stuff.
link is on the description
Yeah.
box.
You know, we've been doing this for quite a while. We've been asking them to do. Nobody go to our Patreon page.
But maybe after this, they
Maybe
will.
after this. Anyway, guys, as
Thank
always.
you